almost made it best of 5 right there. Anyway, top right side, the teamless Terran. There he is again, the man of the night. He is BYUN. Bottom left side, that is a blue Zerg player fighting for the... Is it the Dragon Phoenix Gaming now? KaiZ, of course. KaiZ Gaming. Solar. Should be able to remember that. Same team as Innovation. And then when they fight, it's a team kill. Alright, well, let's see what happens here. BYUN versus Solar. Looks like both of them opening quite standard and safe. So far. Yeah. We, of course, don't know what BYUN is up to. Or Solar, for that matter. Solar, Solar also a player capable of dishing out a bit of, you know, cheesy punishments into unsuspecting opponents, and BYUN is a player that likes to be unsuspecting, that is for sure. Sometimes just skips the SCV scouts, as we're kind of seeing right now, and sometimes, well, let's see actually if we do. It looks like it, and sometimes we see the Reaper skip as well, which also is something we're seeing right now. So, you know what, Solar could be an opportunity for him here, who knows. Right? It is only a best of 3 though. I'm not sure what kind of risks you really want to try and pull here in this type of situation. Typical. My bad. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me, buddy. Alright, yeah, so that means the first game goes into the into favor for BYUN. And overall, you know what? He played that quite well. He played that quite well indeed. A lot of pressure throughout the game. Not really missing a mark overall. And yeah, just stellar play. Solar not performing all too bad himself, I suppose. But just, you know, missing the gaps. Kind of letting some tiny plays fall through his fingers. And not really being able to establish any of his own plays either, right? Which is also a big part, actually. He made Mutalisk. Was he ever able to get across the map with the Mutalisk? No. He made Circlings and Banelings. Did he ever get run-bys going? No, he never got any of that type of stuff really going, unfortunately. Which is also a big part of what you have to try and do in a game of StarCraft 2. But sometimes you just have these opponents that are so aggressive that they remove that option from you entirely. You don't have the ability anymore to really try and counteract that offensive with your own offensive, because you're just so busy with the defensive side of things. Alright, 1 point for this teamless Terran right here. The red man in the top left side, BYUN. Okay, his opponents, the Blue Zerg. Fighting for Kaisi Gaming, he is Solar. Lovely. Let's see what they're up to. Okay, so far we've seen BYUN just kind of remove Solar from the game with a, well, continuous barrage of harassment. The Halberd push really didn't do all that much, but recently I've kind of speculated and noticed, I suppose. Maybe I'm late to the party myself, but Halberd pushes, they are no longer all in, are they? Sometimes they kind of fall flat, but it seems like the Zergs, maybe they over-defend against it, perhaps, slightly? I don't know, it doesn't feel like they do. But in a way, it feels like they're already sufficiently handicapped, maybe perhaps already, by having to defend against it if it's done properly and if there is some trading involved as well. Maybe with good Baneling connections and that, of course, that equation is going to change. But if they're not prepared with the Banelings in particular, it seems like that type of stuff does make it quite worthwhile. But yeah, it doesn't seem like you're just kind of stuck to that then anymore, right? It's not like, alright, well, guess it's GG, didn't get on top of the drones, didn't kill like 20 drones, so I guess I'm out. No, it seems like the Terrans, they managed to wiggle their way into a whole different kind of way of approaching this. Just found ways to continue onwards with further attacking, further harassment. More timing attacks. All sorts of great follow-ups to the Halberd pushes, and it seems to be really working out for them quite recently. For a while it felt like a little bit of a meme, right? Halberd pushes, some people just kept doing it every time and it just kept failing. It's like, alright, well, he failed the Halberd push, didn't get on top of the drones, but anyway, it's enough of that old strategy. What's happening in this game right here? What's going on? Because it doesn't look like we'll be having a Halberd push so far, at least. I would assume we don't. 3 command centers, 2 barracks here. I'll have to try and keep that safe. Overlord's in a prime position to of course, poke in here. Of course, Solar does not know that. Would be a really good scout overall. Let's see what he kind of did see. He didn't see the command center over here, so that could be troubling. He saw some Marines over here though, so I would assume that, you know, he kind of, in his head, he's like, alright, so he probably just kind of expanded here. He's going for, well, at least some Marines. Could still be some Hellions behind this as well. He's not quite sure what the rest of it is, right? But probably already assuming, alright, you expanded. Otherwise, there's not really a particular reason for Marines to be down here, I suppose. Or supply depots. Quite a lot of droning going on here for Solar. I mean, it's a good thing overall, but he needs to make sure that he's still ready for any type of potential Marine push that's coming his way. Does he have a bailing nest? No. Okay, he's building one right now, I think. Is that appropriately timed? I'm not entirely certain. Looks like BYUN is still waiting around here. Maybe he's going to be able to buy himself some time, but I do think he's going to have to try and buy himself a little bit of time here. His Banelings also still needs time to morph, of course. Well, the Zerglings need time to morph into Banelings here. Right, he knows about it well in advance. Still making more drones. Brave move, but might be the right one, actually. Seeing these Marines already backing up. BYUN probably realizing that no way you don't have enough to defend this right now with it. Knowing about it coming along for such a long time. He's right. Solar did make a lot more Zerglings there instead of drones, but he picked up later on and did restart making a lot of drones afterwards straight ahead. It's reclaimed almost a 10 worker lead once more. Lovely how those Zergs operate, of course. Okay, 2 medevacs, just 2 low, well, energy medevacs. It's alright. Nothing to worry about over here, Solar. His Overlords. Oh, actually, he's just going to go for the creep instead. Ah, fair enough. Bailing speed not ready yet, so maybe we're going to be able to get some good shots on the Zerglings here, if not the Banelings. Creep Tomb has definitely went down though, but already being resettled here by these queens. Eager to do so, it seems. Eager to please Solar here. Medevacs go for a big roundabout. Move into the main base. Spore Crawler already setting up defensively, but Medevacs managed to avoid the damage for now. Good position here for these Marines. Bailing speed has finished up though. That's going to make this a bit more difficult for BYUN to take full advantage of the situation, but it's going to try to do so in a different area. Opens up another theater here. The Marines need to be careful though. There are Banelings on this side as well already. We should try to pick up. Has another drop going though. Probably preoccupied a little bit with this area. Finds himself 3 queens. A lot of transfuse. Keeps them all alive for a very long time. Zerglings being picked off and out he goes. Oh no, never mind. He stays in just on just on the high ground this time around. Loses 1 medevac. Might lose another one. I think he's just going to sacrifice these Marines here. Oh, yeah. Well, he tried to save some of them, but it ended up sacrificing them. In the end, let's see. Units lost stab. Wow, that is still in favor for BYUN, huh? That is crazy. That is crazy. No, that is overall still somewhat okay for the Zerg, right? They are supposed to trade inefficiently as they expand more and they make more harvesters, so they should have a bit more income. But yeah, I don't see that really happening at the moment for Solar. I mean, there's still kind of he's still 1 base ahead, I suppose. Right, that's the main thing. Just be careful of his Mutalisks, trying to micro them 1 by 1, but Zerglings need to be added in as well. Oh, okay, let's get the Widow Mines. Let's get this drop removed from the area as well. Solar looks to take another base here. Good timing, because BYUN is taking the 4th. Infestation pits coming along. Wonder if we're actually going to see some infestors, or if this is going to be just purely for the Ultralisk added along. No Overseer here with the Mutalisk. Oh, it doesn't have speed yet. It's about to finish up, but it's going to take a while for it to get there. Widowmines might reset, actually. Okay, no, it's coming. It's coming. Chugging along. There we go. Should be able to get it now. Man, when I'm playing, I'm always so scared of those things because I'm never quite sure when the reset will be. Oh, still got a shut off. Crazy. Oh, no, that's another Widowmine there. I was like, oh, that was a very quick Widowmine. BYUN immediately on the right side here as the Mutalisk attempts a left flank maneuver. Just barely enough Banelings to bust open the wall. Well, that is enough for the Zerglings to allow them some entry here. Looks like a quick refurbishment of the wall will take place. Supply depots are planted down along. BYUN trying to keep pushing along this side. There's not that many creep tumors on this side anymore. There never has been that much creep spread to begin with, actually, to be fair, but... Wow, holy moly. Really feels like BYUN got the better end of that one. There we go, another attempt there. The Banelings trying to roll in. The Widowmine does manage to get quite a couple of them. Another Widowmine in the ground does get picked off before it does shoot its fury onto the Zerglings right here. The Medifacts are taken out, so... Oh, well, actually, there's one more remaining. They won't be able to pick it up, though. Banelings got an alright connection there in the end, but took them quite a bit of sacrifice to get there, of course. Another attack on the left side will be able to intercept quite a couple of those drones. Actually, only 3 of them so far. Adrenal gland's not quite ready. It's starting up right now. There's an Ultralisk cavern also on the way. No infestors indeed. No upgrades for the infestors either, so looks like it will just be Ling Bane Mutalisk here for a little bit longer before we have anything else. Oh, that is rough. Losing Mutalisk here in the middle. Needs to get them to safety. Losing more of them could turn into a very, very dangerous position as he's already quite heavily down on army supply here. BYUN really has been turning up his macro behind all of this insane harassment already. He has been able to claim 5 bases of his own right now. Maybe a better Terran would have 7 or 8 at this point in time if they were allowed to just be macroing up, but man, BYUN is making it quite a show. The Banelings kind of cascading into the Widowmines and the Thor there. Solar does manage to once again clean it up. It makes me wonder where the rest of the army supply of BYUN is, because that did not seem like it was most of any of it. Seems like it's kind of spread out along. There's a lot of it in Widowmines as well that are quite heavily spread out, to be fair. There's one over here also, awaiting the arrival of a good batch of drones. More stuff over here just being taken out apparently. Like, yeah, up to 90 drones right now. Solar probably should... well, actually, he does have this base right now. This is a really good base for him to have. He needs to keep this base safe, I would say. And then with his 90 drones, maybe he will slowly be able to start really putting the hurts on BYUN. But he cannot afford to take many more losses of bases. The workers might not be the worst, but losing bases right now, that is where it's really going to hurt. Alright, well, okay, does manage to get here in time. Taking a couple of ugly shots against the Widowmines. Oh, another attack here on the left flank and an attack in the middle. 3 areas at once being all maneuvered around the map here. Widowmine will make its shots happen. Ooh, that Ultralisk is very low, but will stay alive for now. This base is going to go down as the attack in the main base does get cleaned up here. Well, mostly. Attack on the left flank. 10 workers go down. This base falls as well. That's a rough one. We were mentioning about that before. And this is already the new army established by BYUN. That's the scariest part of all of this. He's already set up to fight the counterattack from Solar. He is ready to receive. Alright, here we are. The Widow Mines need to burrow into the ground though. Marines a little bit too close together there for the Banelings, but against the the Ultralisk, they want to be a little bit closer together to try and get the micro going. The stutter step. Here we are. There's still a lot of Banelings there. BYUN might be in a bit of trouble here, actually. Solar packing more punch than BYUN expected, perhaps. Still going strong. There's a Thor there in a very nice position overall. Could get a couple of SCVs behind it as well, preparing. Banelings cascading into the Marines from the top side. A lot of SCVs going down there as well. The Thor still holding his own. We need to get a repair on that Thor. I don't think we will. That is very unfortunate. Could have been a prime opportunity. Does get rid of all the Ultralisk though. That's a big deal. Provides a lot more wiggle room. As the Marines, they do quite well against those Mutalisk, of course. 16 SCVs were slain. But all the bases of BYUN do remain. Didn't take the best of trades though. Overall, I would... Well, actually, with the base counts being what it is, maybe that's okay. This army supply is definitely looking pretty strong. BYUN might be able to just hold off Solar here. Solar only now starting to reclaim these bases, realizing, wait up, hold up, I'm not winning this off the back of this big counterattack play right now. I'm gonna need to reinvest into some of my own, my own bases, and BYUN's already one step ahead of him. Already has this base established. Is upgrading it into a planetary fortress right now, but that is a step ahead of the Zerg. Might be already 2 steps ahead of the Zerg, really, and where we're supposed to be from. Nice bit of harassment there from the Mutalisk, intercepting reinforcements. Solar doing whatever he can to gain whatever little bit of value that he can. Really has to dig deep here. So there's not a lot of shining knights in armor awaiting his rescue. About 30-ish army supply of difference right now in favor for BYUN. He's well spread out on the left side. There's a small cluster of units though, getting attacked first hand. Nice little start there for Solar, I suppose. Let's have most of, well, yeah, pretty much all the upgrades that really matter. Still trying to get the +3 melee upgrade though, and maybe some flyer upgrades, but here we are. There's the engagement. Banelings very clustered up together. Widow Mines are not getting to it, but they are not getting to the Marines very quickly either. The Ultralisk actually keeping them a little bit alive for a moment, but yeah, Solar does not manage to get the connections there. GG is called. BYUN takes game number 2 as well. That is 2 games in favor for Solar there, or for BYUN.